Greetings world, we are Anonymous Grassroots. Some people may think it is appropriate to protest against the company Monsanto. We agree Monsanto is a terrible corporation that buys up the genome sequence of plants and claims to own God's creation. Yet, is it not the system of patents that is more at fault? Some people protest against genetically modified organisms because they have caused tumors to emerge on lab rats and complain that livestock is eating this same GMO feed, and then we eat GMO-infected meat. But do you know the root of the Green Revolution? Do you know about the rice famine in India, that GMO provides food for many people and is said to have saved tens of millions since the 60s? We are Anonymous Grassroots. We argue that GMO are not overall beneficial due to petrochemical inputs. It is the petrochemical industry, i.e., oil companies, who have poisoned our food supply and, as a result, our social construct. Farmers are held to quotas and sometimes paid more to not produce any crops at all some years. Meanwhile, government regulation requires minimum quantities of corn ethanol additive in gasoline per gallon. This is beautified by nice wrapping paper called green alternatives from the likes of Al Gore. These minimum grain requirements in gas change the supply and demand parameters across these industries. Thus, when the cost of gas increases, so does the cost of food in the marketplace. Protesting against Monsanto is like protesting against Bank of America as a way to protest the Federal Reserve. Monsanto's success comes as a result of excess oil per barrel. Only a small percentage of a drum of oil is used to create gasoline, some for diesel, some for plastic, and the rest is used to create pesticides, etc. GMO is modified for one and only one purpose: to withstand the petrochemical additive Roundup, which kills the bugs. The plants live. If the plants were not altered, the petrochemical would kill them. Each crop is coated 4 times a season with large quantities of anhydrous ammonia, the same chemical used to make crystal meth. Due to design, this chemical acts as a replacement for the 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen plants usually need, i.e. water. This makes the crops very resistant to drought. The GMO plant is able to withstand the great amounts of nitrogen fertilizer. This is the purpose of modifying the genome. The main problem is government subsidies and quotas artfully control supply and demand, thus controlling market price. Socialism defined. Many people are quick to point out, Monsanto holds the patent to Agent Orange. Considering that previously mentioned, Monsanto is more in the patent control business, so this means little. In reality, Ike, aka President Dwight D Eisenhower's Exodus speech, revolved around the military-industrial complex, based specifically on the fact that napalm was being developed in labs at publicly funded universities. The government was using taxpayer dollars to fund its own special interest military science programs, then using the research to create large government contracts with private firms, sometimes creating firms, such as Monsanto, as a result. This is heinous, and not uncommon, as you will find the deeper the rabbit hole descends. Today, you can take Ike's speech and combine it with your darkest imaginings and find reality. Private institutions are used for the project paperclip stuff, like a free lab for the picking with cheap labor. Grassroots maintains and will always maintain a natural egalitarian approach produces more per hectare through heirloom seeds and non-industrial processes than the GMO Death Eater system now in place. We are anonymous. We do not forgive misplaced protesting. We are few, legion. Expect us.